Hey, welcome to this Town of Us explanation video. In this video, we're going to be looking at all of the neutral roles in Town of Us and figuring out exactly how those roles work. They just added a new Phnatom role as well, so we're going to be covering that one at the end. Stay tuned. So first off, we have the Jester. Now, the Jester has no unique abilities, nor do they have any tasks to do, as most neutral roles are. The only thing that the Jester really wants to be doing is to be getting voted out by all the other crewmates. And the way you can go about that is really as good as your imagination is. And if the Jester gets voted out by every other crewmate, they end up winning the game, as you'll see here. The next role we have here is the Shifter. The Shifter gets a new ability where they can go up to another crew member and they can switch roles with them. As you can see, the Shifter doesn't have any tasks that they can actually do, although once they shift into a crewmate, they do actually acquire tasks, the tasks of that crewmate. You need to be careful when you're playing the Shifter, as the moment you shift into another character with an ability, that ability will be off cooldown. So if you spam click the shift button, you might accidentally end up killing that player as well if you suddenly become a role like the Sheriff. And in this case, I only die because I killed an innocent player. Although, we'll get more into exactly how that works in our crewmate video. Finally, it's important to note that the Shifter cannot shift into an imposter role, for if they do, they'll end up killing themselves. As you can see here, the imposter ended up winning, as there was only one other crewmate left. Here we have the Glitch. Now, the Glitch is a very interesting role within the Town of Us mod. The Glitch is capable of killing players, just as an imposter would, and the Glitch actually prevents the game from finishing when it gets down to just 2 players. This is because to win for the Glitch, they must eliminate every single player in the game. On top of that, the Glitch is able to mimic other players in the game, both dead and alive players. They'll look exactly like that player for 10 seconds. The Glitch is also able to hack another player. When they do this, that player is unable to use any of their abilities, they're unable to do any tasks, they can't view the map, and essentially they're just completely incapacitated from doing anything for 10 seconds besides moving. Once the Glitch has killed off the last player, they win the game. Next role we have is the Executioner. Now, the Executioner is a bit like the Jester, but almost in reverse. Now, once again, they have no tasks to do, and they have no special abilities. But at the start of the game, you'll be given a player who will be notified to you, but you can see it their name, or you'll see it on the starting screen. And this player is a player that you must get killed. The player is almost always a crewmate. I've never seen it as any other role, so you can rest assured that what you're voting off is an innocent person, which is going to make things a little bit more difficult for you. Once that player is eliminated from the game, you will win the game. An important thing to note about the Executioner is that what happens to them once their target is voted off can actually vary based on the settings for the match. It can either be they get turned into a crewmate, or they could even become a Jester themselves. Another thing to note is that the Executioner can't actually use the button themselves, so they can't just run straight to the button and accuse that person of doing something. You'll have to try and find a body or use another meeting to your advantage. Here we have my favorite role from the Town of Us mod, the Arsonist. Now, the Arsonist, like all of the other neutral roles we've looked at so far, doesn't have any tasks to do. And what they can go and do is they can go around and they can douse every player they see. Once a player has been doused, their name will appear black like this. Once the Arsonist has doused every single player, the Ignite button will appear. And all they have to do is press that button, and it'll be an easy win. Now, the last role we have here is the Phnatom, and the Phnatom won't actually know that's their role until they've actually died and their body has been reported. Right now, as you can see, it still says I'm a crewmate, but the moment this body gets reported and we leave the meeting, that's when it'll be clear to me that I'm the Phnatom. So, as we're leaving the meeting, you'll notice that you start off within a vent. And that's how you can tell that you're the Phnatom right off the bat. It also says right up here in the top left corner. So from here, we want to jump out of the vent. We won't be able to get back into the vent. And now we can walk around the map and we can start doing our tasks. If we complete every single task without being seen by another player, then we will actually win the game. We can stop to become more invisible. When you're moving, you're that little bit more visible. For another player, this is what it looks like when they see a Phnatom on their screen. It is somewhat visible, although as you can see when they're moving, it's exceptionally visible. Now all another player has to do is simply click on the Phnatom, and the Phnatom will be removed from the game. Just like that. That's all of the neutral roles in the game. If you had any questions on them, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. I read and reply to every comment. I'm sure they're going to be adding some new neutral roles in the future, and when they do, we'll be making a video on it. The next video we're going to be making is on all of the crewmate roles, so stay tuned for that one. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more content like this. I put out highlight videos from the Town of Us gameplay. You can find the video right there up on screen. It'll direct you to a playlist full of all of the videos we've got up so far. I play these live on Twitch every Friday, so if you want to get involved in that, check out my Twitch. Come on round and play with us, and you might end up in the next highlight reel. Thanks for watching the video, and I will see you in the next one.